Wow. A bunch of stuff really went down in this episode. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime coming back at you with another video, and in today's video, guys, I am here to bring you all my review of Durarara X2 Ketsu episode 3. So let's get started. So a lot of stuff actually went down in this episode, like I stated before, so I will try my very best to go and explain everything that happened in this episode event by event. So let's first start off with Mikoto and Izaya's dialogue. So it was very interesting to see how the whole dialogue played out, because Mikoto basically tells Izaya that, you know, I would probably still be in this same position that I am right now, even if you didn't push me to do certain events in the past that you have actually caused me to actually be in this position. And it's kind of weird from hearing that from Mikoto, because Mikoto is... we were introduced to him in the first season of Durarara as a very shy kid, and recently he's been going through a whole character change, a whole 360 in his personality, where he is now just acting more like a confident person, I would say, but also possibly getting into the wrong hands, especially now that he's hanging out with Oba and the blue squares and whatnot. So yeah, he's definitely going through a whole personality change, and possibly down the line, Mikoto is actually going to become more violent in the future, probably just as violent as Izaya. Now, and it really caught me off guard that he would say something like that, that even if you didn't push me to, you know, the position that I am now, I would still find myself back into the same position. And Izaya even states this to Mikoto and says, you know, if you know the dangerous situations that you are going to be getting into in the near future and that you have already faced, why are you still there? And Mikoto just simply replies, well, you once told me that humans need to evolve, and that is what I'm doing here. And this reverts back to what happened in Durarara X2's show, on how in the first season we saw Mikoto as not really becoming a leader figure with the dollars, because the dollars were just a gang that was brought up on random out of, you know, just pure fun in the chat room, and it wasn't made to be taken seriously. But the recent events that the dollars have caused have gotten out of hand, and Mikoto is to blame necessarily, because he is the founder of the dollars. But this is just showing that, you know, this is what Mikoto has to go through. He has to go through these dangerous types of situations now in order to make up, to become a better leader for the dollars gang, and actually get a better repetition than what the dollars is made out to be. Because right now the dollars are being completely violent, and they are just not the same as what they were before. And then we get to that point in the episode where Mikoto ends up telling Izaya to look on the news, and Izaya checks for himself on his phone what exactly Mikoto was talking about, and he finds out that apparently Celty's head, it was found on these bushes, and police investigators are already looking up to what happened and whatnot. And Izaya's face, like, I thought he would have been more shocked, in my opinion, but obviously, then again, I really don't think he would be shocked, because of the fact Izaya is always 2 steps ahead of everybody. He's the smartest character within Durarara. He really is. And, you know, he just takes it as like, oh, well, I saw this coming. And he already knows who ended up turning against him as well. So, yeah. And then that Henri and Haruna talk, though, like, that was crazy. That was getting heated up. And you saw that Haruna was about to strike down Sonohara. She was technically playing with her emotions. But just that Saika talk, though, like, I already don't like Haruna, because she gives me the creeps, man. She gives me the creeps. If anybody remembers me reacting and reviewing episodes from season 1 of Durarara, they will remember how much I got creeped out from Haruna. Now, Haruna is telling Sonohara that in order for you to save Masaomi and Mikoto is for you to let me necessarily love them the same way how I love her teacher that she's trying to find, or whatever, like that weird fantasy that she has with him. And in order to do that, since Henri and Haruna are connected, they are both Saika wielders, and they technically share the same power, and they are connected in some sort of way. This is at least how I interpret it. I'm not exactly sure what exactly is about to go down with Henri, Sonohara, and Kusanagi. More will be on her in a bit, but like Henri and Haruna, basically they are connected in a way, and in order for Sonohara to actually save Masomi and Mikoto, her friends, from these dangerous situations that they are getting into, you know, pitting a war against each other, a gang war, you know, she has to end up loving Haruna's lover, at least from what I got out of it. And in that way, because the way how love works in Durarara is different. Everybody has their own interpretation of what love is, and when it comes to Haruna and Henri, their love is technically the same because they are both connected with Saika. So that's at least what I got out of it. Hopefully that makes sense, because as I stated before, they are both connected in some sort of way with Saika, and necessarily, since they are both Saika, they both have a different, or they both have the same interpretation of what love is, because technically Saika is what connects them to one another. And Sonohara is going to have to probably love Haruna's lover, which is the teacher. And if we know the teacher has a thing for Sonohara. But when it comes to the teacher's love, quote-unquote, for Haruna, there's nothing there. Haruna just has a big obsession and infatuation with this teacher. So you see the kind of like triangle that's going on. That's the pattern. And she's saying to Sonohara that if you end up loving the teacher, then that will make me love the teacher. And if you do that favor in turn, I will help you form a romantic relationship, or even, you know, just save Kita and Mikoto from ultimate disaster. And then we see Kijiraji is eavesdropping on the whole conversation that is going on. And, you know, Kijiraji is still a mystery to a lot of us out there. I don't really think there really hasn't been a backstory on her. She kind of just appeared out of nowhere, and already we could tell that has been hinted at in Durarara X10 in the final episode that she is in fact a Saika user. So, and we see that in this episode as well. She is a Saika user. It is confirmed that. So we see that there are 3 people that are alive, in fact, that we know of so far, that are connected with Saika. We have Haruna, Henri, and Kusanagi. Now, this is where it gets weird. I mean, I thought that Kusanagi was actually going to be the antagonist of this series. I mean, I know Izaya is technically the main antagonist of the series because he is what causes these events for certain characters in order to get into how he goes about doing all that. And also we have Oba, on the other hand, who is exactly like Izaya, just I would say Izaya is better at doing it in my personal opinion. But when we have Kisaragi, she ends up two-timing Izaya. You know, she ends up getting the best of him, but at the same time not getting the best of him in the episodes that we have seen in the past. And I just thought that because of, you know, she was in cahoots with Yodogiri Pharmaceuticals, especially when she kidnapped Namine. Namine eventually escaped, but at the same time, it's like, who exactly is Kusaragi working for? It makes no sense to me, really, because she does all these things, but yet at this episode, we see that really she is a good person, or I wouldn't say a good person. I guess you can clarify her as a anti-hero, because it really does seem that even though she has done all these things in the past, she is confirmed to actually help. She's going to help Haruna and Sonohara in some sort of way as well, possibly to even help Sonohara what goes on with Mikoto and Masomi, from them getting involved in the gang war, and to probably make their move from what Izaya is eventually going to cause, or Oba in this case. We don't really know. But then again, I guess you can also say that Kusaragi is only doing this because it will benefit her in the long run, because of the fact that she is also connected with Saika. Also, did anybody see Kusanagi's Saika powers? I mean, they look completely different from what Anri and Haruna have. I mean, her powers look like they are something that was out of Parasite. So yeah, definitely we have a lot to look forward to in the next episode of Durarara X2 Ketsu. So let me know your thoughts on what you actually thought about this episode, and what do you think about these past few episodes of Durarara that have come out so far. Are you really enjoying the series? Are you coming up with theories of your own? What do you think is Kusanagi's true motive? And yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you exactly thought about this episode. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you want to stay up to date to my future content and all things anime, or even just occasional things that I might upload that are not anime related onto this channel, then please hit that red subscribe button below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day.